Hello and welcome to the Pit Stop Podcast, the fastest podcast here on YouTube. I'm your host, Dominic Konowski. On the line, we are joined by NASCAR Camping War Truck Series driver Brad Perez, who will be making his NASCAR Xfinity Series debut coming up at the Indianapolis Road Course with NBM Motorsports. Brad, hello and welcome to the podcast. It's an honor to have you on.
Well, thank you for having me. Really excited about this weekend, and once again, just thank you for having me on.
Yeah, it's an honor to have you on, and what an exciting weekend it's gonna be for you, your NASCAR Xfinity Series debut. Now, what is it like in general to be a NASCAR driver?
I wish I could say it's something completely different and magical, but honestly, it's just become a lot more work. I mean, really, it's just all I want to do is race. It really doesn't matter what I race for honestly. I mean, I've always been a NASCAR fan of my life, but as far as this is concerned, I've always wanted to be able to race as much as possible. And it wasn't really a chance for me to do that a lot growing up. So just even getting the chance to race as often as I get to do it, even on a limited time basis, is just a blessing. So being a NASCAR driver, definitely, for some reason, people blow it up a little bit, and sometimes it's kind of funny and cool, but I mean, for the most part, I'm just honestly grateful that I'm able to compete.
Yeah, that's so cool, though. Now, in a way, it's like a dream. Now, you were serving as a mechanic for teams, and then you got a chance to drive the number 43 Rain Brothers Racing truck at COTA. You started 32nd, and you finished 20th place in your Camping War Truck Series debut. How did that even happen, first of all, to get that big break?
I actually knew Josh quite a while, being in the garage, and word came around. I really was circling a lot of the road courses on my schedule, mostly because first thing is I feel like that's my strong suit as far as a driver. I think I'm probably better on road courses than I am on any other discipline. So definitely eyeing that race and eyeing a bunch of the other road courses. Even the year before that, trying to do like the Daytona road course last year, and it didn't quite pan out. I hit up Josh through a mutual friend, and I heard that there was an opening, and I figured, let's try it out, see if I can work for it, get some sponsorship to be able to do it. And we found the sponsorship thanks to Rich Lawson, Green Tech Energy, and Apex Coffee Roasters, and Kimberly Kervin for sure. Funny, I met her at my job that I'm at right now. Without them, that start wouldn't have happened. So definitely that was a really awesome opportunity. And Josh, being as nice as he was to be able to give me that opportunity, he didn't really have to do that. I had a chance to miss the show, and he still gave me the opportunity to see what I could do.
That's something else. That is quite a story, Brad. And when you mentioned road courses, how you prefer to race on them, road courses definitely seem to be your strong suit. I mean, you've done great on road courses so far. Now, you did an ARCA Series start back in 2021 for Josh Williams Motorsports. You finished 24th, and then COTA P20, and then you raced at Sonoma for Ryan Brothers Racing as well. You finished 22nd place, so you're very consistent on the road courses. But now stepping up to the Xfinity Series, of course, it's a totally different type of mechanics in a way. You're not going to be in a truck, you're going to be in a car. Are you approaching the Indy road course differently as you have in other cars or trucks that you've raced in?
Honestly, I'm not really approaching it any different because most of my life, I've driven cars that I've had no practice in, no experience in, and had to hop in and make something happen. So I guess not being comfortable is in my comfort zone. I feel like, for the truck at COTA, I'd never really been on that track, and I got 20 minutes of practice to figure it out and try to qualify the thing in the show. Same thing, Sonoma. Sonoma had a little bit more practice, but even still, it's like going to these places for the first time in the car that I'm in. I'm been having to do that a lot. I've done it even with Spec Miata when I raced my Miatas. I really never had practice in some of the tracks. I never had the money to be able to buy a practice session, so I'd kind of just show up for the race and see what I can do. So in this situation, I don't really approach it any different. I'm just gonna show up to the track. We get a 30-minute practice. So just gonna learn as much as I can. I'm trying to get as many laps as possible, because really the goal is to just put the thing in the show. So but the race itself it'll handle itself, but really the important part is to get Carl Long's team in the show. I mean, it's really important for the purse money. It's really important for the bonus money. Really important for me to prove that I can do it. So that's really what it comes down to.
Would you say that's your goal then for the race weekend, is to get in the show?
Yeah, I mean, I've already seen it. I mean, we're not expected to make the show. I mean, if you see the people that we're up against, we're kind of really the last car in points that's, we can't rely on a provisional, because all the cars behind us, so you got 47 Brandon Brown, who has a past winner's provisional, so he's in the show. The 17 Hendrick car and the 88 Junior Motorsports car behind us, and they're definitely going to make the show. So it's like it's up to me really to put this thing in on time. So that's definitely what it's going to have to take.
Have you talked to, when it comes to being inside of MBM Motorsports, have you talked to past drivers who have raced at road courses for the team, such as Boris said, to try to see how to get a good handling of an Xfinity Series car around a road course?
Yeah, I actually have a lot of great people that I've been able to lean on for some advice. Actually, Will Rogers, who drove this car, the exact car that I'm driving at Road America, I got to pick his brain a little bit and just kind of see where he's at and how the car was, and just small tips, because he also raced at Indy Road Course last year in the Sam Hunt car. So really good talent Will is, and very informative. He's actually a lot of the reason why I even got this ride, honestly. He stuck his neck out there for me and recommended me to Carl along with Josh Ream. So he originally was going to drive that car. So definitely Will, and a lot of others like Preston Pardis, who I started in Miatas with. Those are definitely a lot of people that I can lean on for some advice.
That's really cool. Now, when we see racing, whether it's the highest of the high or going down to local racing, there's always nicknames. Your nickname is Brad Perez. Where did you get that nickname from?
So actually, I got it in high school. So I'm from a predominantly Hispanic high school. I'm Hispanic. So that my school, for some reason, just put me in Spanish for Spanish speakers. I do speak Spanish, but my Spanish teacher was just having a terrible time pronouncing my name. She couldn't say Bradley. So she just said Brenly, she just made up a bunch of stuff. So I just said, you know what? I am shortening my name. It's just going to be Brad. It's 4 letters, very simple, can't misspell it. So I went to the food truck that day, and I put in my name as Brad on the sheet. And the person at the food truck yelled out, Brad. And ever since then, I said, you know what? Yeah, that's my name. So I changed it on Twitter, and I haven't changed it since.
That's funny. That's very interesting. Now, Brad, just final question. When it comes to, where you were, let's say, a year ago from today to where you are now going to be making your Xfinity Series debut, trying to get in the show, how does it make you feel to seeing how far along that you have come?
I am honestly just really impressed with myself. I mean, I never thought that I'd put myself in this predicament. I mean, I've been in this situation as a crew member. I've been in this situation as it's crazy. I really never thought that I'd be in this situation, and I'm just really grateful for all the people that are around me that have given me chances, because that's kind of what this sport is about. Being there and being able to somebody has to take a shot on you. Like, you can't just show up and expect people are going to give you something. And in this sport, especially, where you're playing with millions of dollars, I mean, this is a business, and this is a business decision for Carl Long, and he's putting his trust in me to be able to put this thing in the show. So that's the utmost respect, and that's why I really do appreciate this moment, and especially at a place like freaking Indianapolis. That's insane. So definitely, like, 5-year-old Brad is going absolutely insane. 13-year-old Brad, who raced a lot on online in different games and stuff, like racing Indy, like that's just insane. So I'm grateful to be here. I can't believe still that I'm here. It probably won't hit me until after this is all done, but if we make the show, definitely might see a couple tears.
Well, Brad, it's so incredible to just see your story, getting your big shot and now moving up through the ranks of NASCAR. Thank you so much for giving me some of your time to come on the podcast and talk. Best of luck this weekend, and thank you so much for coming on.
No, I appreciate you, buddy, for reaching out, and hopefully we can meet sometime and talk about it.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Thank you, Brad.
All right, thank you.